Hello lovely people, welcome back to my channel, or hello if you're new. Thank you so much for being here. I feel a tiny bit lost with content, and I feel like I've just kind of been in this weird kind of limbo this week, and I also think I'm in this kind of major waiting game now because I'm pretty sure my Pekka plushies will be shipped this week. If you are new here, firstly, welcome. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. It really means a lot. My name's Adele. I am the owner and illustrator behind Adele's Designs, which is a cute and positive illustrated product business. And in September, I did a Kickstarter for my first ever plushie of my character, Pekka Penguin. This is my first ever plushie and I funded it through Kickstarter. He is the sweetest little thing, and I think there's like over 110 Pekkas going to new homes, and I'm gonna have a box of 200 Pekkas arriving at my house very, very soon. I'm pretty sure there's a possibility that they're gonna get shipped this week. I spoke to my manufacturer this morning, or was it yesterday? Might have been yesterday, and kind of just said like, hey, are you able to give me an update on production? And he said that the plushies will be going into a quality check, so they're going to check over all the plushies, make sure they're all up to standard, and if that's all good, they should be on their way. And they're coming by plane as well, so maybe we'll have Pekkas next week. I don't want to get my hopes set on it too much, but I feel like I'm in this weird limbo with this giant project that has been a dream for years, and the reality of it actually happening and becoming real and all that kind of stuff. Like, it's so close now, and I just feel like I'm on edge waiting, and it's making everything else harder. So anyway, I have been doing some updates to my Etsy. Things are incredibly quiet for this time of year on both my Etsy and my Shopify. Obviously I have myself to blame as well. Like, I'm definitely not pushing things as much as I should be, so I'm trying to think about ways that I can implement a bit more traffic onto the shops and things. I don't particularly want to just do sales. Obviously offers and things are a little bit different, but I don't just want to send people discount codes. That's not really like the way that I like to do things, but I am very aware that I need to get some more sales in the shop before Christmas. I have packed up a lovely order for Ruth. Thank you so much, Ruth, for your order. I packed that up this afternoon, and that is going in the post box first thing tomorrow. But yeah, I thought I'd just put the camera on and say hello because I have something really lovely to share with you, and just kind of let you know that I'm in that kind of weird between phase at the moment. Like, we're coming into the festive period where I kind of want to wind down, but I also have this idea for a new collection that I don't want to put my head into just yet because it doesn't feel like the right time. Or not that it's not the right time, like I could definitely work on the collection, but I feel like I'm not ready to, like, I need to wind down a bit before I start doing something else. So my kind of plan is to kind of sit on it for a bit. I've been doing a couple of little sketches in my notebook and just kind of getting the idea on paper, and then just seeing if it still kind of pulls me in, if it's still something that kind of excites me, because I am definitely someone who, I used to rush into collections, I used to rush into ideas, I used to draw things straight away, get them on the shop straight away, whereas now I like to be a bit more slow paced, and I like to take my time with things and really feel like it's the direction that I want to go in, because ideas have already changed, like from the initial kind of thoughts that I had. Implementing them and sketching them is actually coming out different to my initial kind of thoughts and feelings and visions, so I want to kind of work with that and just give myself time to create something beautiful, because it's going to be, if it all goes to plan anyway, it's going to be a little bit different for Adele's Designs, but I think something really, really beautiful. So yeah, I'm just doing lots of admin, kind of trying not to overwhelm myself and just trying to prepare for winding down, because I would like to take a couple of weeks off for Christmas. I very, very rarely give myself good time off. Like, I really struggle to switch off, and I think Christmas, my husband's going to be off work. I think it's going to be, it normally is the best time for me to wind down. So anyway, I'm blabbing on and I wanted to share something with you. So if you know me, you'll know that I'm not much of a reader. I really wish I was. It's something I really want to work on, and I have been working on. This is a book I quickly wanted to mention that my friend gifted me, not my recent birthday, the one before. My lovely friend Lauren from Pintar Designs gave me a birthday gift at the eHearts event I went to last year. Was it last year? Must have been. And last night I picked it up for the first time. I'd had this kind of urge for a couple of days to actually read, and I'd never had that before. The first night I ignored it, I just scrolled on my phone, very bad. And then it happened again last night, and I thought, you know what, I am going to pick this book up. And I read 7 chapters last night. It's called The Guest House by the Sea by Faith Hogan, and it's essentially about, so I'm kind of meeting characters at the moment. They're all kind of going to come together in this one place, and I think it's learning about their stories more and things. It seems like a very kind of real life kind of story, and I'm looking forward to reading more of this later, to be honest. I think maybe I do enjoy reading, it's just kind of the starting that I find hard. Another kind of way that I wanted to kind of kick myself up the bum to read a bit more and to not scroll on my phone as much. It's such a big goal of mine to stop like scrolling unless it's necessary, unless it's like work related. Like obviously not, I think scrolling's fine, but there's a line for me, and I need to be filling my time with other things. So I actually purchased a book from the lovely Gemma from Gemma Roman Books on Instagram, and I think if you just search Gemma Roman you should see or find some books from Gemma. So Gemma is a lovely person who I met, I believe, through the eHearts community, and she is just so kind and so supportive and just such a good human, like just such a nice human. Gemma is an author, and I have been thinking about buying one of her books for a while, but I didn't really know which one to get. And then at the eHearts event for her brand new book, she was doing signed copies, and I thought maybe this is the one that I should get. So firstly, packaged beautifully. I almost don't want to open this, and there were some sweeties inside as well. I'm excited. Obviously I will finish this first, and then I will move on to Gemma's. Gemma's is going to be my next read, and I'm going to do my best to encourage myself to move on to another book, and especially as, you know, this is a friend that's written it, and I feel like that's even more exciting. And there's a lovely note from Gemma on the back. Again, all links to anybody I speak about will be in the description, so you could go and check Gemma's books out as well. I believe you can get these on Waterstones, but I purchased this through Gemma directly. Oh, it's got Gemma on the back. How cute is that? Oh, it feels incredible. I love the finish of this book. So this is called When the Light Seeps Through, and it has this gorgeous kind of foresty woodland imagery, and then it says, I'm so sorry if I pronounce this wrong, it's Comorby Cove, I think, book 1. So I think that's insinuating that maybe more is to come from this. So it says on the back, a dull hangover, a sinking doubt, a desperate phone call from her sister. Quinn's day hasn't started well. In fact, it's a day she'd rather sleep through. But when her sister reaches out for support, Quinn finds herself on a train before she realises what the time is. Jasmine needs urgent help. She's bitten off more than she can chew. But she has a dream, and she's determined to make it work. A novel about finding courage to change direction and the healing power of family and nature. I'm really excited to give this a read, and the font is like perfect as well. This is something I'm learning about myself, is that I really am quite particular about font size, and this is perfect. This is really perfect, and I think it's going to be a beautiful read. And just knowing that someone so lovely and a friend has written this with their own hands, like, and their own thoughts, it's really special. So yeah, I'm really excited to give that a go, and I'm hoping that this book here and Gemma's book here will be the start of me hopefully reading a little bit more and just spending time and doing something other than this. So yeah, I know I've been chatting a lot at the beginning of the video, but I think it's going to be a fairly chatty vlog. I'm just going to take you along with me as and when I can. I still have more boxes to fold. I don't know if you can see. You probably can't see. I don't know how well I can show you. All this here, all these brown boxes are Pekka boxes, because Pekka is coming in a gift box. If you didn't know, let me just show you. Let me just put you back. All the Pekkas are coming in like a gift box like this with a sticker, a ribbon, and then you're getting a adoption certificate and a sticker inside here as well. Oh, and the other thing I did yesterday, Monday, one of those days, is I made some little thank you cards to go with the Kickstarters, because I realised I needed something, or I wanted to do something just slightly more personal for the Kickstarter packages. So I've made these little thank you cards. It's all kind of pre-written, but it just means I can pop it in parcels. It's just more of an acknowledgement for the fact that without the backers of the Kickstarter, this probably wouldn't have happened. So I'm incredibly grateful. And yeah, so I made those to go in the box. Something I really need to do as well is I need to order the boxes for these to go in. I think I've said that on the last few vlogs. I have my measurements. I just got overwhelmed when I started looking, and there's so many box sizes out there, so I think I'm going to order like a sample box, check that they fit all right, and then I will order a lot of them. So yeah, that's kind of where I am. Like I said, I'm in limbo and just trying to progress things while looking after myself after being poorly for the last couple of months, really. So yeah, I'll check in with you soon. Welcome to Thursday. I realise the lighting is terrible in here. It's the time of year where I need to use my softbox. I'm going to see if I can make this any better. Is that too bright? Anyway, this is going to have to do, I think. It's just, it's crazy to me. It's like 3 p.m. and it looks like it's about 7 p.m. and every single year I say the same thing. It blows my mind every year how dark it gets so quickly once the clocks change, but every year I'm like, you think I'd be used to it, and I'm not. And it's just been so gloomy all day today. Anyway, I have spent my day, as you would have seen, folding the rest of my boxes. I have a sea of boxes around me. I didn't really think this through when I was planning packaging for the Kickstarter. Now I know I could have had everything flat packed and then as I kind of packed the Kickstarters, I could have done it as I went, but I just felt like that was going to create a really long and exhausting packing kind of party in a sense, because I have about 100 parcels that are going to get sent out. So I would have had to fold all of these as I went, and then I would have had to put everything in and then put it in a box, and I just felt like each one was going to take me quite a while. Whereas doing it like this, yes, in a sense it's taken the same amount of time, but I've been able to spread that time and spread my energy, which is really, really important, because I do not want to feel exhausted once these parcels are done. So yeah, I think it's 100 boxes. I think I need a few more than that, but I'll just kind of fold those as I need them. I think I don't want to over fold and then have leftovers. So I think I've done 100, and they are just in the studio, out of my way but very much in my way visually. I've done Kickstarters before, and I've done over 100 parcels before, but they're always in large letter boxes, so they're really easy to stack up in my studio, whereas these are small parcels and there's, like I said, like 100 of them. So that is going to be a lot to have in this space. So I'm just gonna have to work it out. Anyway, I'm blabbing on. I folded the boxes. I've done loads of ribbons, and I've just popped them into this box so that when I pack, I can just grab a ribbon from here and tie it without having to measure and cut it every time. It's just gonna save me so much time. I've made myself a cup of tea, which is still brewing. It's peppermint tea. I think this is my 3rd cup of tea today. I feel like maybe that's not many for some people, but for me, 3 cups of tea before 3 p.m. is quite a lot of tea. Anyway, what was I here to talk to you about? Like I said yesterday, I feel like I'm in limbo at the moment, and I'm like, what am I working on? What am I doing? I want to bring a bit more traffic onto the shop, or hopefully get a few more orders as the weeks kind of go on, because I'd like to take a chunk of time off for Christmas, and I do need like a little bit of a security blanket financially to do that. And I was thinking, coming up to Christmas, what a perfect time to do some bundles. I haven't had bundles in the shop in a while, so I'm going to have a look about my shelves. I already have a few ideas in mind. I do have one more of these pins. This is the last one. I don't believe it's on the shop. I will need to check that. But this is my Love You Bud tulip pin. I'm not sure if this is going to be coming back to the shop. I didn't have too many of them, and I've had them for a good few years now, and they just haven't sold quite how I was hoping. So maybe they'll come back in the future, maybe slightly different, but for now I thought I could pop the last one into a bundle. So there's a notepad that will go with this, which is much more popular. This is the tulip notepad, so you'll get the notepad, the sticker, the enamel pin, and then probably a sticker as well. I just need to kind of check my stock of things and see how many I can put on the shop. I really want to get the colouring book sets onto the shop as well, so you get all 3 volumes of 28 Days of Sunshine in here, which has now ended and won't be coming back next year, or at least it's definitely not coming back in this sense. So I'd love to get some of those in the shop for those that are gifting colouring book lovers. I just think it would be good to get some things on the shop that could encourage some gift giving, and for those that are maybe stuck for buying for someone, they could buy them a little kind of bundle of items that they'll enjoy. So I am going to have a look on my shelves, see what themes I've got. Again, I need to give these shelves a little bit of an organise, but maybe I could pop a few pouches into some of them. I think that could be really, really cute. I'll have some smaller bundles probably, and then some more premium bundles. I think maybe like a big curated bundle of all the items from a collection or something. Yeah, let's just have a look at the shelves, see what we can put together. Obviously I'm going to have to do photography and stuff, but it also gives me a really nice email that I can send out as well, because I'm slacking a little bit on sending my emails recently because I'm just not feeling inspired to write them, and I feel like giving myself something to write about will help inspire me. And I also want to kind of start sharing non-salesy emails a bit more as well, just kind of building up a little bit more of a community over there as well. Yeah, I'm just trying to implement things into my routine while I'm feeling a little bit kind of in limbo, and hopefully those can become good sturdy things that I can bring for the rest of my time with the business. Do you know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. So let's have a little look. So this is where I keep all the products for the business. I'm pretty sure everything is on here. Once we get to this part, it kind of becomes a little bit messy. This needs to be sorted. But another plan for the studio in the coming weeks, I think maybe, I don't know, maybe New Year, we are going to be getting a 3rd Billy bookcase here, because I really love how I can store things on this shelf, and it means that I can give myself, even though I don't need the space for my products, I just think it's going to allow me to kind of organise things a bit better, and it's just going to be a good thing. And this is such an odd space here, and a Billy bookcase would fit perfectly, and I just think maybe having a wall where I can put my products is going to be really beneficial for the business, and it just means that I can not stress about squeezing things in together. Like I mentioned, we have a few sets of colouring books. Of course I can make more of these up, I just don't think I have the cello, but I'll have a look, because I think selling them like this is maybe better. So we have those colouring books there. We've got notepads here, so we've got like a lemon one, pecker, tulips, some to-do lists. We've got some baking ones. I think baking could be a really, really good theme for a bundle, because I love this notepad and it's got the banner on it for the collection and everything. So maybe I could do one of those with like a pouch or something. I've got these little pouches in here. Let's have a look. Pretty sure, yeah, like this. We could have a Life Is What You Bake It pouch with the notepad, maybe a washi tape or something as well. Just something that will fit in a pip box without too much of a squeeze. I think it would be nice to kind of, if someone wanted to gift it as it came, that could be nice. Also, I'm so sorry for my voice, it keeps being annoying. We also have the New Beginnings collection. These no longer have the covers on the front because it was too much of... It wasn't a job I enjoyed, and I felt like it was giving me a negative feeling towards these notepads, so I decided we'd scrap the front covers, and the price has been reduced for them. So we've got New Beginnings, and then we also have like a New Beginnings magnetic bookmark and a coaster. I think this is the last of each of these items, so maybe that could go together, like a notebook or a notepad with the coaster and the bookmark. I feel like that could be really beautiful. And then maybe if we have it, there might be a pouch in here as well for like a more premium, there you go, like a more premium collection of items. Obviously we have lots of washi tape up here, and then we have lots of pins and things, so maybe that could be something I can look at and see what items I've got. So like I have these pins here, the Head in the Clouds pins. Oh, it's not focusing. They look like this. These are super beautiful and they're quite popular on their own, but I could make a bundle with those because I have a notepad that is being discontinued, so it could be quite a discounted bundle, which is this notepad here. So it's got the little hot air balloon in the corner, and I think I have printed yesterday more of these stickers as well, so you could go stick a pin notepad again, like with the tulips. I'm going to spend some time looking at what we've got here, seeing if I can curate something really beautiful. Like we have a sunflower mini pin, I also have a sunflower washi tape, and I do have, currently not on the shop, a sunflower, you can't really see it in here, there's a sunflower washi cutter in here that I haven't had on the shop in a while. I think there's only 1 or 2 of those left, so maybe that's an idea. I've got postcards. I haven't looked through my postcards in a while. Yeah. Essentially, I'm just trying to work out in this kind of slightly strange period for the business what I can control, because right now there are a few things I can't control and I think it's leaving me a little bit on edge and deflated. I'm just trying to think of ways that I can kind of take back some of that control until the other things can be sorted. So that's what we're going to do. I will let you know when I've put some bundles together, and I'll let you know what's in them. Hopefully it will encourage people to come and have a little look and see what we've got at Teddy's Designs, because we've got some beautiful things. I just need to work out how to market them a little bit better. I may have got a little bit carried away. I think we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different bundles plus the colouring books. This isn't, I mean it is a bundle, but it's not really a bundle, it's just like a collection of, I suppose it is a bundle. Anyway, 9 bundles, if you're going to put it that way, of beautiful things. And one of the reasons I love doing markets is because I get to see everything out. So seeing everything on the table right in front of me is really special, and it just kind of reignites my love for what I do, like seeing it all together. It's just beautiful. So I'm going to quickly run you through the bundles that I'm going to hope to put on the shop. I need to obviously check stock levels. Like this isn't going to be a very quick thing for me to get on the shop, I've realised, because I'm going to have to work out what I'm limited on and how I can offer varieties of bundles, because I think I'm going to offer some larger bundles, but I also want to offer smaller versions of those large bundles as well. So hopefully there's something for everyone. So we have a sea creature bundle, which is going to include a washi, a sticker sheet. These aren't actually on the shop, but we have these little under the sea sticker sheets, and this lanyard. These were meant to come to the shop. I did them for Patreon, and then they were going to come to the shop at a later date, but I never got around to putting them on. So those will be there. So that's 3 items in this bundle, which I think is really cute. I'd love this so much. We have what I'm going to call the Blossom bundle, which is 2 or 5 pins technically. So you've got the Water Your Flowers and then the mini pins, as well as the Blossom lanyard, which matches the mini pins, and the washi tape, which matches. So you'll get, that's a nice kind of generous bundle there. And I also have some of these, which I've only been bringing to markets. I haven't put them back on the shop, but maybe these could go on the shop as like an option for the bundle. So you could, if you wanted to, purchase them already on a hoop, like the pins on a hoop like this, and then you'd get your lanyard and the washi tape as well. I made these, like the hoops are handmade, and then I popped the full collection of pins with a little bow on them. I think they're beautiful. So maybe that could be an option that I share for the bundle. I don't want to spend too long talking about this, but it's getting me excited. The Head in the Clouds bundle, you will get a A6 notepad, an enamel pin, the washi tape, which has different coloured hot air balloons on it, and then the sticker. I have included a sticker where possible because you can never have too many, right? The Reach for the Stars bundle, which is a New Year's collection I did a couple of years ago. So you'll get the Reach for the Stars enamel pin, not Reach for the Stars, Shoot for the Stars, because it's a shooting star. Shoot for the Stars pin, a like to-do list style A6 notepad, a holographic star sticker, you see that sparkle, and the larger A5 blank kind of section notepad. I thought this could be perfect for like any stationery fanatics, people that get through stationery a lot, like that could be a good bundle. It's pastel, it's beautiful. The Love You Bud one, which I think I mentioned, so the pin, notepad and sticker. New Beginnings one, which was this year's New Year's kind of collection. It came out I think in February. So one of the bundles you could get with a coaster, or you could get the one with a pouch, and then I think all of them will get the stationery pad, which is like to-do list kind of style, similar to the Reach for the Stars one, or Shoot for the Stars, a sticker and a magnetic bookmark. And then the last two, we have the Find Joy Ladybug. So we've got a washi, magnetic bookmark, a sticker and the enamel pin, which is definitely one of my favourites. It's just so stunning. Like, look at all that shine, I love it. And then one of my favourite pouches as well. So I think there could be maybe a couple of bundle options with that maybe. And then finally, I know some of you are like, come on girl, get through it. Or maybe not, maybe you're enjoying this as much as I am. We have a baking bundle. Maybe I'll offer a couple of options for this, but I have very limited numbers of this baking notepad now. I think I'm down to my last 3. I love this so much. I think it's so cute. So it's got little baked goods like all around the edge. Little A6 notepad, sticker pack with all of the elements in it, pouch, the washi, and then maybe a pin. I've got 3 different pin options for this collection. I have like a pin for the spoon, the cupcake and the cake slice. So maybe I could offer one of those in the bundles. I've just got to sit and work it all out, to be honest. Make sure I sort out the rest of the shop, because the issue with doing bundles is that someone might order something that I forgot to take off, and it could be the last of something, so I need to like list everything, check everything. I'll work it out. But I hope you enjoyed seeing all those goodies. Like I said at the beginning, it's going to be quite a chatty vlog. It's just one of those weeks, and yeah, hopefully I'll have some nice goodies on the shop very soon. Hello, it is the end of Friday. I am pretty tired. Working on the bundles has been slightly harder than I was expecting because I want to make sure there is a good amount of bundles on the shop, and also some good variations as well, because obviously I don't know exactly what people want from these bundles, like what items they're going to prefer. So I have got a few different variations of bundles where I can. Some I've had to keep simple because I don't have enough of the same item to kind of stretch it out, but some might have a bigger pouch, some have a smaller pouch. I have a bundle with a coaster because there's only one of those, and they all come with like the same items, but you'll get one main different item, if that makes sense, and you could like choose from a drop down. That's kind of my plan anyway. So it's a little bit more difficult than I expected. The logistics behind it are, I think I'm gonna have to sit and literally make up each bundle so that I can sit on Shopify and make within the listings. I will do like a bundle 1, bundle 2, bundle 3 within a listing. So for example, Life is What You Bake It, bundle 1, bundle 2, bundle 3, and then in the description I will list exactly what you get in each of those bundles, and you just choose from the drop down which you'd like. So I think that's the best way to do it. I'm gonna put a few pictures. I'll put like one big picture of everything that could be included in the bundle, I think, like as the main image, maybe with some writing, or maybe like a bubble that says the amount of variations that there are. I've just got to work it out. And I think I'm going to allow myself a good amount of time to do that. I was going to kind of put the bundles together, put them on the shop on Monday and be done with it, but I think I'm going to build up to it a little bit. I know that building up to launches often does a lot better than just kind of dropping things, and because it's going to be a little bit more time consuming than I expected, I am going to take my time promoting it. So I made a post for Instagram today that basically says, are you stuck for Christmas ideas? Need some ideas for Christmas gifts this year? And then I've got something to help. I think it says something along those lines. And then I've just put like themed bundles coming soon, and it says like for the dreamer, for the nature lover, for the adventurer, for the cake lovers and bakers, for the ones that need a fresh start. So there'll be like themed around those kind of things as well. Also, am I incredibly red? I don't know if the camera is just making me look really red right now, but apparently I look really red. Anyway, I just want to make a quick apology for those of you that watch the videos week by week. I am still waiting on a integration to be approved, and it's taken a lot longer than I expected. So there's a possibility that, I don't know 100%, but this vlog might come out before last week's vlog. I skipped a week because, again, like I said, I'm still waiting. But I'm not going to stress over it. I'm just going to upload that video when it's ready. So in terms of timings, it's not going to be 100%, which I'm a little bit frustrated by, but I really can't help it, and there's no point getting too upset about it. And also I've got to remind myself that people don't always watch these vlogs in order. They might find me on a random video and just jump in here and there. So I'm not going to stress over it. I'm going to try my best not to anyway. But I just wanted to apologise if you watch the vlogs week by week and you're like, that doesn't make any sense. But hopefully I'll hear next week. Anyway, if you made it to the end of this week's studio vlog, please leave me a bumblebee emoji in the comments. I have a little bee in front of me from Catnip, and that's the emoji that we're going to go with, a little bumblebee. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this week's studio vlog. I wish you the loveliest day, and I will speak to you next week.